Hi everybody, this is Dave Snyder. I am this is a Dave and Don show, and I just turned that around. Generally it's a Don and Dave show. I am David A. Snyder. I'm a CPA, MBA, and EA with my own company, David A. Snyder CPA, and I'm here with Peter Vogelzang, and he'll introduce himself in a minute, but we are both members of the Prescott Sunrise Lions Club. Please go to PrescottSunriseLionsClub.org to see the projects we participate in. Peter, tell me about yourself.
Well, my name is Lion Peter Vogelzang. President of the Prescott Sunrise Lions this year. My fiscal year is almost up. Got about another month to go, and that's me.
All right. So tell me about the what you're going to come talk about right now.
Real quick, I'm going to talk about the nature trail that we have out in Groom Creek, out behind the schoolhouse. We've had it there for quite a few decades now. We originally built it for the blind with all kinds of signage for them to feel through and see what all kinds of different trees and bushes, shrubs, everything is. And it's starting to go apart a little bit, so we're going to re-update it, get some advertisement out there, and make sure everybody knows it's there.
Yeah, the trail was built a couple decades ago, and our club is working on it. We're gonna improve it. It's got a little dilapidated, and so that more people will visit it. It's a wonderful and peaceful trail. Please go visit. So we are the Prescott Sunrise Lions Club, and we'd like to invite you to our club meeting that we hold each Thursday, every Thursday at 7 a.m. at Waffles and More. It's a good breakfast out there. They're very attentive to us. We're in the back room there, and they do a great job, and they feed us really well.
Never have an empty cup of coffee.
Yeah, and they feed us very well. There's a good bunch of guys out there that help us out. And if you come out to our club, you will find that our club is very friendly and gregarious and inviting. But we're very engaged in the Prescott and Prescott Valley communities. We joke and laugh and fully understand our purpose in the community we serve. That's our motto for International Lions. And if you want to be part of such a group, then become a member of our club. It's not too expensive, and we really help out with the community. We significantly with the community. Recently, we just finished the 4.0 dinner that we have for students that had a 4.0 all through high school. PHS and Bradshaw participate in that, and it's always very successful. We have good speakers out there. We've had some Arizona politicians. We've had a lot of different speakers out there that have done a great job in encouraging the kids to go forward to college or their vocation, and really participate in the community. We get some members out of that. We just had a food drive on April 16th that was also very successful. We had about 5 to 10 tons of food that we gave to the surrounding area, maybe part of this Yavapai County, but also the Prescott and the Prescott Valley food banks, and that was very helpful to them. They were really appreciative of that. We just go out in front of the Walmarts of the area, the grocery stores, and some other areas like True Value, and we just gather food. We gather money for food. In this case, it was only the grocery stores in the Walmart, and we gathered food. And then if we got money, we went inside and bought some food ourselves that was on our list. So that was very successful also. 5 to 10 tons. I'm not even sure how much, but it was. I know we had at the Walmart I was at on Gail Gardner. We had a whole trailer full of food. So it was that was very successful, and it really helped out the food banks in the area that helped supplied them with the food they have necessary for sustaining operations. And then something in the future, we always have a pancake breakfast. It's run by the I think it's the Sunrise or the Noon Club, but our club, the club that is Prescott Sunrise Lions, the one that meets at Waffles and More at 7 a.m. every Thursday, is instrumental in setting up the day before the breakfast And we really do a good job at doing that. And then we're able to eat the next day, and everybody else has to work.
Yeah.
So and some of our older members also participate in supplying the customers with food. So it's a big project. It really helps out the community in the area. We talked about it in the last Don and Dave show, and we want to continue to emphasize that so that you people out there can go to that and get a great pancake breakfast. And it's not very expensive. I think it's $6 a ticket, right?
$5 a ticket.
No, it's $6. I think it went up
now?
6. It went up to 6. So $6 a ticket, and it's really good. You can get 2. I usually do, and then orange juice and the sausages and all that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about 2 pancakes. I'm taking 2 pancakes on a plate, so 2 plates. Yeah. So I generally do that. Now, generally we bring in a guest from our break, but Peter's here because we were going to talk to him about his year as president of the Prescott Sunrise Lions. So our guest today is Peter Vogelzang, current president of the Prescott Sunrise Lions, and also chairman of the 2016 Lions Calendar Project.
Yeah.
That we're going to talk about probably in September on this show. We're making some money off of that we always give back to the community. The money that we provide for is always that we get from the calendar project always gives back to the community. And he volunteered also after he has 1 month left as president, and he volunteered to be in charge of the calendar project for the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. Couple more years.
I just volunteered him for 2 more years.
You
so
did.
that's what the objective is there, because I don't want to do it. No, I'm involved with a bunch of other things in the Leo's Club and all that kind of stuff. So, Peter, what does the president of the Lions Club do, and how long is your term?
I oversee all the projects of the club, oversee the Lions, make sure that they are in line, in check. Also, my term is 1 year, goes from middle of June, towards the end of June, on up into the following middle of June, towards the end of June.
Okay. Yeah, that's a typical for anybody that's in charge. But you have to, don't you have to sort of go up through the ranks?
Yes, you have to go up through the ranks. You have to be president twice. You have to be second vice president, first vice president, then you're president. And then also next year, past president. So still got it's a 4-year term, but 1 year is being in charge and making sure everybody's doing what they need to do.
And how do you get appointed?
You get appointed, a lion picks you. Lion Dave here picked me. I was at a meeting one morning. He came up and said, "Hey, you want to be second vice president?" I said, "Yeah." I think I thought about it for a meeting or 2, but
yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
You've thought about it for a couple of weeks, and that's fine because you as long as you get ahead of time. Like I probably asked you in January or February because I like to be ahead of things. But some people are that's what happens. And how long have you been a member?
I've been a member for 4 years now.
Okay, since like 2012?
Yeah.
And I've been a member since 2011, so I was just a year ahead of you, really. Yep. So, who brought you into the club?
Lion Tony Humphrey. He's brought in so many members.
That's true.
Probably everybody almost. Lion Tony has brought me in. Originally, my boss was in the Lions Club and couldn't come to all the meetings, couldn't help out, and needed somebody there for him, so I showed up.
And your boss is who?
Tim Beal, Beal's Auto Body.
And you worked there? And
Worked there for 10 years, write estimates, deal with insurance companies, deal with customers.
Is that pretty hard to deal with insurance companies?
Sometimes. But yeah, no, they are difficult to work with. Yeah.
But you like it?
Oh yeah, it's great.
So what challenges have you had during your year as president?
I don't think I've ran into any. Everything's been pretty smooth. Have you heard of any challenges?
No, I don't.
No?
I mean, I hear good things about you.
Yeah. It has its up and downs. I mean, I'm in charge of running all the meetings. You got to be there every Thursday. Board meetings, making sure everything's in line. Everything's been doing great this year. So yeah.
Yeah, there's no challenges. My first, my year began with the Yarnell fire.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so that
was tough.
That was the 13th. I mean, I started on 7/1. The Yarnell fire happened on 6/30 of 13, and I said to everybody, let's get some money out to there, and that's what we did.
We had all kinds of food drives, everything. We got a lot of money to them.
Yeah, yeah. We helped them out with appliances for those that didn't have insurance.
Build new houses.
They built new houses, and we got the appliances for them, and probably some other things that depending on what the recovery group was doing. So that was a good challenge there. But if you haven't had any challenges, that's good. That means that the operation of the president has been pretty smooth for you.
Hey, yes, it has.
Yeah, that's excellent. What would you have done differently during the year?
You can always get more members. Always try to build up your membership for your year. That was probably the only thing, yeah.
Yeah, and we
help getting new members in the club and getting new presidents and everything going, yeah.
Yeah, and so you know, we have a membership chair that's working on that. And we had him on the show talking about canine companions a couple months ago, a couple shows ago, maybe 3 or 4 shows ago, and he's doing a good job trying to get some memberships. I mean, some people move away, some people pass away, and then but you know, it's mostly that happens. So you have to replenish members, and you try to get somebody young like Peter here. Yeah. That has a strong back. I'm just kidding. We do a lot of different projects that everybody can work on. I mean, the paper project is one project, and it's not really all that heavy.
Calendar project.
Calendar project.
Sit around and think of a calendar.
And tax credits.
Tax credits, that's easy.
So that's a pretty easy one. I mean, that's a paper pusher, essentially. Like me, I'm a CPA, so yeah. I'm essentially a paper pusher. Have you started any new initiatives or programs? Or has any of those been?
Yeah, Lion Dave started up the Leo Club this year, so yeah, that was big. There was a Leo Club quite a few years ago. Sort of died out, and we brought it back up this year, and we sponsored them. The Sunrise Line sponsored them, and Lion Dave here brought them all up, and good member doing that.
I was lucky. My daughter turned into she was a junior this year, and she started the club. I mean, and she's also generally the Leos are here working on the project here in terms of doing the camera work, the directing, all that stuff. But they just finished exams. They just finished exams this week, so they were slammed. They couldn't do it this week. So the Leo Club is started at PHS, and it started last September, and we are going to continue, and we're going to continue that for a long time. I think that's a good thing to create new leaders that end up being good to the community as well as Lions in the future. And they do different things. They helped out with the paper project a couple times, a bunch of times. They did the food drive. And they did several other things that help us out, as well as get them the hours they need for their charitable hours that they need to have. So that's a good thing. Yeah. So that's a little. But I thought, didn't you do a couple other things?
I don't remember. It's been a long year.
It's been a long year.
Yeah.
Okay. How many times has your bell been stolen?
The bell's been stolen just a couple times. Usually just right off the bat it'll get taken. My gavel though, my wife stole that once, gave it to a member. That was embarrassing. It was gone for a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I got mine stolen. You just give a couple bucks to get it out, but it's that's what we do. We joke with each other, and there's some. I mean, I remember there a couple of years ago we had this lion's head that was just,
Yeah, the tail twister. Our lion tail twister, it keeps us in line, finds us. He's got a lion head that got stolen from, I don't even know who stole it. And it was gone for quite a few months. We had to get that back. We ended up digging it. Yeah, we got it back.
Okay. I think it's back there in some of the stuff in the back there. So, is there any other things you want to talk about?
About my presidency?
Yeah.
No? Next year we got Lion Kevin. He's going to be coming up in the ranks. Also Lion Jim Myers, and then we gotta get some new members for the presidency.
Yeah, because we've only had one time in 55 years of our the Prescott Sunrise Lions. We've only had one time where a Lion president had to be a president again, and that was Tony Humphrey.
That was last year, yes.
That was Tony Humphrey last year, and so that was only the first time that's ever happened. I had something else. Oh yeah, we're also working on as the Lions. We as we did a show a couple months ago about the Lions RV. Yeah. That we contribute money to help with operations, with supplies and operations of that, so that the RV goes with an eye doctor out to underserved areas of Yavapai County, and what it does is they give eye exams to people in need. So you get a group together, about 18 or 20 people in some underserved area, small town of Yavapai County, and they go out there and the eye doctor gives out the 18 to 20, eye exams. Pretty thorough eye exams. They have a chair in the back there that an eye doctor chair in the back there, and all the supplies and everything, and we support that. And we're also starting this new club as a kind of an offshoot. What we're going to do is we're going to put the RV van in this other club called Lions of Yavapai, and there's going to be one member from each club in Yavapai County that is on the board, and we're going to try to get some funds that went down to the Sight and Hearing down in Phoenix. That we're going to get those funds back and put that also in this public charity. It's not a foundation; it's a public charity. It's actually better than a foundation, and we're going to use those funds to help kids and people in Yavapai County, along with the RV van being in Lions of Yavapai, and we're setting that up to help the Lions of the people of the area, which is what we do. We serve. We're Lions. We serve. It's been the club, the Lions International, has been in existence since 1917. It's almost 100 years. This is the 99th year.
Yes.
So 1917, and Helen Keller in the 20s asked one of our members to become the Knights of the Blind, and that's what we did. We're helping out people mostly with well, not mostly, but with eye issues, but a lot of different kids, a lot of different people, a lot of different programs that we've discussed on the show before, and it's really going to be helpful. It's helpful to the community, and this is a big fund that we're trying to get from Sight and Hearing down in Phoenix, and we're trying to we're trying to spread around about 50 grand a year, and from this fund to be able to support Lions of Yavapai and help as many people as we can. So in closing, I want to thank the Prescott Media Center for creating the show this month. Thank you, Paul, Jim, Linda, and Mary for producing, camera work, and editing the show. Usually we use those Leos that I talked about, but they're, like I said, they're in the midst of the finals exams this week and aren't available. You want to talk about that last piece?
I don't have that. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. How do you become involved in the Lions Club? Come to a meeting. We're at Waffles and More on Iron Springs. We're there at 7 a.m. every Thursday. Come in, have breakfast, talk amongst everybody, all groups of gentlemen, women.
Yeah.
So yeah, come in, talk with us, and join our club, and help your community.
And keep in mind that our motto is "We serve." I'm saying that all the time because it's right here. We serve. Okay? And we serve, and we've served in this community over 55 years. And if you're interested in the community, please come and join. Thank you for watching the Dave and Don Show. Actually, today it's the Peter and Dave Show, sponsored by the Prescott Sunrise Lions, that meets at Waffles and More at 7 a.m. every Thursday. Thank you very much.
Thank you.